Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm here tonight with another topic, and this topic is entitled Simply Loving Me. Simply Loving Me. And I know you guys are wondering, what does that mean exactly? Well, it means exactly what I said, simply loving me. You know, for the last few months, I noticed that I was going through a transformation, that I was changing spiritually, that I was changing emotionally, that I was changing physically, that a lot of things are happening in my life that has caused me to transform. And this actually has been happening for quite a while, but I just noticed it within recent months. And the first thing that I probably did that you guys noticed here was when I decided to lock my hair. And this just shows that I am evolving to a different place in my life. And a lot of times when you go through some type of evolution or some type of change, you might rebel against it. You might try to stay where you are because you don't understand what's going on, and your friends don't understand, your family don't understand, and you're just fighting against everything that's happening with you. But the easiest way to go through a transformation is to simply allow it to happen. And so when I made peace with myself to decide to allow that, I was able to better understand it and to accept it. And I have had a hard time accepting a couple things, accepting the fact that changing did come with me losing some things in my life. I lost a few people. I gave up a few things that I used to do. And that was hard in the beginning, but I have a very deep faith with God. Even though sometimes I might stumble along the way, I have a really deep faith in God, and I always ask Him to help me to understand what I'm dealing with, what I'm going through, and the things and the changes that are happening in my life. And when you totally surrender yourself to allow His will to be done, He will unfold and He will allow you to see things so that you can have a better understanding of it. And so that is where I'm at in my life right now. And at this point, I have learned to actually just simply love it, instead of fighting it and just dissecting it and, all of the things that we can do as human beings, because that's what we are, we're human. I accepted His will and I just allowed Him to work in my life, and I have evolved to this place. And I simply love who I am. I'm loving the fact that I have sparked some interest in my culture more so, and that I am accepting of who I am as a Black woman. And I'm also learning some skills, some things that I wanted to explore, avenues and hobbies that I wanted to explore and learn to do, and potentially develop into some type of craft that I could use to benefit other people. So that's another thing that I'm doing. And when I decided to make a change in my channel to totally accept this inspiring person that I have always been my entire life, but just didn't understand it, and okay with losing subscribers and people following me because of some of the things that I was doing before. And, when you can get to that point of life where you can be okay with that and you have peace, then I think you totally are where you should be in life. So that is what I'm doing right now. And, I used to have this thing about my hair that, it always had to be well groomed, and I always felt I had to look a certain way because I wanted acceptance. And I think that's something that unconsciously we all do as human beings. We might say, oh no, I don't care what people think about me or whatever. I love me, whatever. But unconsciously, I think we do want to feel that we are looking a certain way, and that people are loving us in the skin that we're in, and that we don't have to, worry about what other people's opinions are. But they do. We do actually a little bit. And the first time that I actually had to go out with my hair, what I felt was not groomed, because when you're going through the lock journey and you're allowing your hair to process and change, it goes through all of these different intricate stages. And when you first get it, it's really cute. Your hair is nice 2-strand twist and looks great. And you're like sitting around and you're swinging and it's, oh, I'm cute. You know, you're thinking you're looking great and you don't have to worry about it. Everybody is complimenting your locks, you know, your twists, because they're looking very neat. But then you go through this transformation where the hair starts to tangle and bunch together because it's knotting and it's forming itself into the twist. So when that happens, it comes to this point where your hair starts to frizz. When that happens, guys, that's when you notice that your hair is not looking its best. Excuse me 1 second, guys. I had put my air on. It's getting a little hot in here. But so when my hair got to that point where it was bunching together and frizzing up, and then those flyway hairs that you could not manage, no matter what you put on it, you could put some water on it, you could put some oil on it, you know, that hair still was going to find its way, the frizzy pieces was going to find its way out, and it just looks like your hair was ungroomed. And to actually go in public like that and to be okay with it and knowing people are looking at you and being all right with it, you know, that was hard for me. But I have actually gotten to the stage where I can do that because I know that the finished product of my hair is going to be beautiful. And actually, the transforming of it is beautiful because you don't know that your hair can do some of the things that it do unless you lock your hair. And that's so interesting because we don't look at our hair as nature or as a plant. And your hair grows and it changes and it moves. And it's just like a plant. When you water it, you know, it blooms. And that is what your hair is doing when it goes through this transformation. It's just like the seeds you plant, you know, for a flower, and then, you know, it takes it a while to actually grow and bloom. You get the plant come out first and it's not as pretty, but when the bud of the flower comes out at the end and it opens up, it ends up being something very beautiful. So I look at my hair as a plant, as a flower that is growing and then it's going to bloom at some point. So I can go through this process now and be okay with my hair. So that is one of the stages that I have actually gone through, and just being okay with it. And another thing that I wanted to do with my life that I've started to do was kind of like unclutter my life. I started to get rid of a lot of just stuff that I had that I felt that I really didn't need. I have a bunch of clothes, and I don't know, I think I was holding on to a lot of those things because when you spend money on stuff, you don't feel like you're wasting it by just throwing it away. So I figured that I just keep it. You know, you keep it, and one day you look up in your closet, it's this full, and you're trying to push stuff back this way so you can squeeze new things in there, and you're wondering, why am I going through this? Why am I going through trying to stuff this closet with stuff when I got all of this stuff in here? And then you start feeling guilty because you're wondering why you're not wearing any of that stuff. So I just decided that I wanted to be more of a minimalist and try to survive on things that I have and try to make the best out of some of the things I have. Get rid of a lot of things that I know I was never going to wear again. So I've started that process of cleaning my closet, and I'm actually donating a lot of things away to, you know, homeless people or either Goodwill or just giving it to friends and things like that. You know, people that can use it, that will benefit from it, than just hanging in my closet. And I feel good to go in my closet now and I can see. You know, I can see my closet. I can see the stuff that's in my closet, and I'm not frustrated because I don't know where that black skirt is that I've been trying to find for 3 months, because there's so much stuff in there that I couldn't find it because it was flipped over a hanger that was in the back, hidden by some sweaters. Guys, I know you know what I'm talking about. And just being okay with that, not feeling like I got to go out and buy the next new thing. Learning how to mix and match stuff together to make it look modern and trendy. You know, and that in turn saves a lot of money for me because I want to travel. I have some things that I want to, places I want to go and things that I want to do. I have a couple hobbies that I want to transform into a business. And, you know, saving money for that is better than me running out trying to buy a new wardrobe every winter or every summer. I'm trying to find something because either the dress I wore last summer or the boots I had last winter are outdated or not fitting properly. You know, that's just stuff. You know, and I'm not telling anybody that they got to think like I do or be like I do. But this is just a transformation that I found myself going through, being more spiritual, taking more time out to just meditate and focus and to pray and to wanting to help people who can't help themselves and not want anything in return. That was a big change for me, because the thanks I get from that is knowing that I was able to help someone else who may not have been able to help themselves. It is such a great feeling inside to know that you may have potentially provided a lifestyle change for someone who was not going to be able to find it on their own. And just maybe sometimes as simple as pointing them in the right direction, helping somebody find a job or write a resume, or prepare for an interview. You never know, the benefits of small little things that you do for someone can turn into something that will be big and beneficial for them in their life. And the gratification I get is knowing that the end result was that they were able to accomplish what they were trying to do. And it's not something that everybody has to know, just knowing that you did that. And another thing that was hard for me was losing friends. And I won't always call them friends, because they weren't all friends. Some of them were just associates. They were the type of people who would call you up when they want to go out and have you tag along. And I always use the term a wingman, because these are women that never wanted to do anything outside of the social activity, like the partying, the drinking, and things like that. And so they never wanted to do anything that was of substance, that mattered, because I find myself being involved in a lot of things. I was recently in a skit, a play where I played the role of Esther, and to invite women that you thought were in your support group to be a part of that, to watch you or support you in this, and they totally just ignore it and not thank you or no thank you, or I'm not able to go. They just totally ignored it as if you never asked. Or when you're trying to do something in the community and you need the support of your friends to help you get it going, and you can't find them nowhere, they won't contribute to it, they won't help you with it, they won't tell anybody about it. That's when you know who your friends are. When you get to the point of a life where you feel that you have a bigger need in life outside of partying, and you find yourself where there's no one there that really will support you in the things that matter in life. That's how you know who are your friends and who are not. And so the people that I have in my life, I truly know are people who love me, that support me, that I support. Because even when I was trying to do things that I know I didn't want to do, like club, I knew that I was doing that because of that person, because I was being a sister friend, a supporter, by participating in things that they enjoy doing. But not to get that back, you realize where you stand with them. So being okay with allowing people to go off into their own direction and you continue on your journey, it was a change for me. That was something that I had to grow to understand and accept. And I'm there now. And I know that the people that I have in my circle are people who want the best for me, who will support me, who I will support, who I know loves me genuinely from their hearts. And that's truly what you want in your life as you age, as you get older. You want people that you know that when the chips are down, that when you're low in your life, or you're sick, ailing, or you have family and loved ones that are going through changes, that you got that rock, somebody that's going to hold on to you and be there with you to go through those changes of life. And I appreciate the people that I do have in my life. So simply loving me is just loving all of the things that I have gone through and the changes. I don't hate my journey anymore. I love the fact that God had to work on me, that he had to chisel me away, chisel off those things on me to mold me into be this beautiful queen that he wanted me to be in my life. And I feel beautiful. I feel good. And when I say beauty, I'm not talking about from a physical standpoint. I'm talking about my heart, because I know that the things that I feel in my heart are genuine and that I have a love for people. That's why I do this YouTube channel. I'm not earning any money off of doing YouTube, and a lot of people are, but I'm not. I do it because my heart tells me that someone out here needs to hear some things that they may not otherwise hear. And I may go sometimes on here and hear some things. I get inspiration from a lot of ladies. Some of you ladies, I get inspiration from listening to your posts, reading things that you do. even younger women. So it's never too old or too young to learn from someone. I have some young ladies that I follow that I'll be like, that's great. You know, I learn things from them. So when you get to the point of your life where you can accept every area of your life, your appearance, who you are on the inside, what you want to do in your life, you can truly say that you simply love yourself. So I hope that you guys, you ladies, will find that space in your life where you can just simply be and simply love yourself. So you all have a wonderful evening, and I will talk to you in another video. Take care.